name is Will Knott, really, and I am the maker-in-chief here in Tyndall. Now, my history is, I started with computers and technology when I was roughly 8. I am the Commodore 64 VIC-20, actually, vintage, and then I've worked with computers all the way. So my background is more software than hardware. It's malleable, it's easier to use, and once you get the logic thinkering up here, you A, get the logic, and B, you get the tinkering. So you end up building things. However, I was also in makerspaces. I was in Dublin, it's actually the Linux conference, they exist, where they announced that TOG was starting up, so I was one of the original members of TOG, which is the Dublin Hackerspace. The difference between hackerspace and makerspace nowadays is what you put on your CV. Simple as that. And then got a job down here in Cork, and it's around the time that the Nexus Makerspace, the Cork Makerspace, is starting up, and became a member of that and working through them, and we're organising a Cork Dev and a couple of other talks in and around Cork, as well as putting on well, the occasional show. And then I heard about the opportunity here in Tyndall, like turning your hobby into your job sounds fun, and I applied, and some unknown reason they decided I had the enthusiasm and the ability to do it, so I'm here. Tyndall National Institute Makerspace Lab, big name, is basically an area where any of the staff, researchers, students, if you're in Tyndall, you can apply. You need to go through a health and safety course, and then you can use the space, use the equipment inside, be it for your own personal projects, or if you have something that you want to make as part of your research, as part of your work, then it can be made there. A prime example of this is you've got some people who are actually using the power tools, the drills and pliers, in order to make shielding to prevent RF interference for their chips. There's other people who are actually making levers and containers for microsensors. There's a microneedle device that's being designed so you press the button and it will go into your arm, and microneedles you're not going to feel. So just you feel something hitting, and then take the blood sample, and the chips inside will start doing its analysis immediately. But you still need to build the thing in order to do that. So that's a great thing, a great deal of what happens. It doesn't really matter what the competition is. That's something you focus on. I mean, I'll ask the question, what could you build? If you could build anything, what would it be? And it's actually a standard question I ask people, and they panic. Because when you give them a huge blank sheet of paper, they don't know what to do. The exception is there is something they're actually in the middle of doing. That is the one exception. A competition gives you a goal, and that's its main advantage. Okay, I don't know what to build, but you want me to build a submarine? Okay, how would I do that? It gets you thinking. And that's the important part of these competitions. It gets you thinking. Got power equipment. There is a big bench drill and small micro drills available with the various bits. When I say hand tools, you've got pliers, circ pliers, snips of various varieties. Any screwdriver you can imagine is probably there. But all other equipment, Raspberry Pis, Arduino boards, a couple of modules like GSM modules, LEDs, components, switches, micro switches. Got a whole set of lasers for you to play with. Equipment like that can be used as well.